Good morning. I'm very, very cold. I'm very, very cold. I hope you guys know that I have literally connected with, I think her channel name is RH Negative Blood, oh gosh. Oh no, I can't remember. But it starts off RH Negative. And anyway, she's got excellent photos of some of the same things that, pictures I take. So obviously I was sent to her channel for a reason. So long story short, she watched some of my videos and now she has inspired me and helped me, she's like, now you got to work with that. So this energy that's been coming around for like a year, and and she called it rainbow energy. So that's what I'm going to call it until I find out otherwise. But anyways, and that's exactly what it looks like, is every color in the rainbow. Not necessarily the basic colors or anything you'd find in Crayola, crayon boxes, but definitely rainbow. Woo! I'm sorry, but I just get so overwhelmed. My grandparents used to annoy me so bad when they'd say, oh, that just tickles me. And I want to say, stop it. It is the least cool thing you can do ever, is to say that. And wow, I'm having an experience. I'll explain it in a minute. I just had a complete 100% experience. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, and then also something else really cool is happening. And it's not showing up. Let me see if I can walk a little closer. There's a huge part of the water that is just all light and lit up. Like, you know how the sky does that in huge sections? Like, there'll just be a chunk of sky that's nice and lit up. Okay, well, that's how the water is. However, I'm not picking that up. Sometimes that's why I don't say anything, because I didn't realize I was in this much water. You know what? When I was looking out there, I thought that it had overflowed. It did. I just realized our little lake overflowed. Why didn't I just... Oh, look at... Guys, can you see? There's like blue patches up there. And it looks amazing. Yeah, it's cool. Look at that. See, that's how the water's doing. But of course, it's more of a rounded section, a spherical shape. Oh gosh, so anyways, so once she said that I needed to work, with that rainbow energy, I really want to say, well, what do I do? Because I have no idea. So I just literally started, just telepathically, like, okay, I know you've been coming around. Well, okay, I'm not telling you the whole story, because I'm learning what to share, what not to share, because during the awakening process, I'm understanding you don't have to share every single little thing, and maybe I should process some things first. But at the same time, I don't want to go against my true nature, which is to share and to unabashedly share, like no games. And if I do wait, sometimes I might not be as objective, and then maybe I don't share something that should be shared. But I don't want to read into all this too much. I have a problem with thinking too much. Okay, and I'm just happy I can admit that, and still, I'm still okay. I didn't die or anything. Alright, so I started communicating with the rainbow energy because I started realizing that even up to 2017, there's just one video. But in 2018, you may or may not have noticed that I've been putting out these, on this day a year ago videos, because you know how they pop up in your Google Photos if you use Google Photos. And, or unless you have it turned off. But, I realized that there was, at first I was looking at this one video and it was really long. I don't ever make 17-minute long videos up until recently, when I really had that cool, the dimensional spheres and all that stuff video, or it's just very, very rare. And I don't even remember making this video that much. I kind of remember it, but 17 minutes of talking, and I don't know if I ever looked back at the video, and I have a bad problem with not actually uploading the video, right? I make the video, I go home, or I go inside, or I do whatever, but I don't ever do anything else with it. And so anyway, okay, I'll stop pussyfooting around. It's just that there was a being there the whole time, and you could only see it through pixelation, and then somehow it's hard to describe how it could actually, suck in energy out of, the air, and then kind of, it was like pulling back, sucking in the energy, and then pushing forward, presenting like a head and facial features, very abstract, of course, and even a bit of a body, right? So this is going on, and this thing, you can tell it keeps coming in and out, and it's moving around because the whole picture is clear as a bell. You understand? There's no interruption or activity of energy except for where this being is. And since I connected the two, I sometimes think of the orb when I'm speaking, and sometimes I think of the little being. And honestly, I have my moments where I feel wiser sometimes than others, but mostly I don't think about it in the moment. Like it's a later on thing where I try to say, okay, now how are you looking? But in this case, I really am just sharing like this because ultimately I wouldn't mind some advice or guidance. Hey, we don't have to take all the advice, right, guys? But I would love some to chew on because, the fact that this is happening to me since 2015, the awakening, I mean, I was trying to wake up before that, but in earnest, I woke up. The first true awakening I had was when I was pregnant with my daughter, and she'll be 17 December the 20th, if that makes sense. And it lasted until she was 3 years old. Then, or really more like 2. Okay, so then life started happening, and I got off and away from my path. And didn't know, again, on my own with that one too. Gosh, I love that electric blue. Wait till you see the orbs I got this morning. They're the kind of blue like this, but a little different. Almost like I want to call it a steel blue or a steel baby blue. But when I put the pictures up, it's just heartbreakingly beautiful, breathtaking. And I've never gotten those orbs before. So this morning I got literally 3 or 4 new orbs. So I'm so open to all this happening, and I do wish that I had a good camera, though, guys. I need somebody to send me some good energy because, that's another thing I've been practicing for the last year is manifestation. But I want the camera because I know that I'll be able to zoom in better, zoom out. I can use my cell phone at the same time, like do comparisons. I don't know. There's like all the time I have these thoughts of, ooh, that would be awesome if I had a real action. And plus my daughter picks on me. She's like, Mommy, you got to get a video camera. But right now I'm not willing to spend the money on myself extra. We just got to make sure the kids are taken care of. And I honestly feel like it'll come when it's ready. So just if it feels right, send me a little good energy. Let everybody know. Yep, she's open to it. And I appreciate it. And then I'm going to show y'all some real stuff. I won't have to worry about my space anymore. And I feel like I'm going 90 miles an hour. But you must understand, I am freezing. It actually hurts just to do anything. And I was going to walk, but the whole thing is flooded. I already walked into the flood thing, so my feet are wet. So I definitely have to go home now. So I'm going to grab a few pics on the way out. As you can see, I can't take and miss this opportunity, right? Look at that. I know you wish you were here, right? It's probably where you are too, though. And if it's not, you can share it through me. All right, I'm really silly, but I'm getting ready to go home and be, real serious again. Loving, but serious. It breaks my heart sometimes to see Pop these days. It's coming fast. He hasn't forgotten anyone yet, but he's lost some weight, and nothing like sickly. It's more like just the age catching up with him, and I'm feeding him good. So he's kind of like the weight he should be. But he just seems so vulnerable. And it just moves my heart because I know him as such a rough and inappropriate and hateful person, and now I know him as the sweetest and kindest and silliest, most generous hearted person. He was always that person. He just didn't get a chance to come through. And now I can talk about this stuff to him as far as like the political and the financial. I don't know that he understands the spiritual part of it as much, but I do. I mean, I talk to him about it, but it's not the same. It's it's about the same as using these videos, and because he's not against it, he's just not participating. But he really appreciates the other information because he'll say, in the middle of the night, some of them TV shows that don't have as much censor in it, I tell you what, they sure do validate the things you say. And he just, if you knew him, you would know that that's just really big, that he would say something like that and be that thoughtful. And anyhow, I just hope that he's got 20 more years with us, guys. So that's our family, even though he's not my real dad, he's a dad. I mean, what can I say? He's the one the kids see every day, and they call him Papa. They've known him since they were 5 and 3. And so I just wanted, by saying this testimony here, I hope that is, and I tell him to his face too, I'm not shy about that, because I'm not promised tomorrow with him. So, well, gosh, guys, I'm not leaving this on a negative note. It's more like a loving note. And that came out for a reason. Somebody must want or need to hear that, And wish me luck. And any comments would be greatly appreciated on working with these energies. You don't have to be right and all that. I don't care about right and wrong. There's no wrong answer. Just share your opinion, I'd love to hear it. And as long as you don't, I hope we won't none expect each other to actually take the advice. And if we do, it's a bonus. And I want to be open to giving and taking, guidance and advice. That's what I feel like the community is for. If everybody's got loving hearts, then it doesn't turn into some of the drama that we can see played out in the alt media, and even some of the people who claim to be above the alt media. They're just as bad. They just are better at hiding it. Okay, well, I love everybody. True blue and in oneness. Have a wonderful day. Mwah.